Ladies and gentlemen, Barry C here with another cryptocurrency video, and XRP is so close to rebounding, to rallying, to skyrocketing. We have a month left. We're the month left of 2025, and there is time to see a massive alt season rally heading into 2026. Now, the thing is, ladies and gents, what I'm seeing a lot of lately is people saying XRP is dead, XRP is not going anywhere, XRP is done. And if you remember, if you were around listening to me about a year and a half ago, even 2 years ago, you would have heard me mention a lot of the same points I'll mention in this video. This idea of XRP was going to rally by end of October heading into November of 2024. And the response from the majority of people was the same. XRP is dead. XRP is not going anywhere. XRP won't be back above $1 ever again. And this was said with complete conviction. People 100% believed this to be the case. And they felt this way until they were proven wrong. Now, you've heard me say this before, but I'll say it again. It's worth mentioning. XRP will be cheap until it's not. And this happened in November 2024. It went from 50 cents to over $1, $1.50, $2, $2.50, $2.60, $2.70. That was in the space of a month. XRP absolutely led the way, closely followed by HBAR. And then when that happened, where were all the naysayers? All the people pushing that negativity as if it was 100% fact, where were they? They were gone. Disappeared. They didn't hang around to say, you know what, we were wrong. They didn't stick around. They just disappeared because of how badly they failed, how badly they misjudged the market. And this is exactly what's going to happen again. And this isn't a new phenomenon. This happens all the time. It's happened since 2016 until now. Let's be generous, 2017 until now. And this is exactly what happened with XRP. 2017, when it was less than 1 cent a coin, the majority of the negativity around it was a banker's coin, don't touch it. Of course, until early 2018, and then it went over $3 a coin. And now suddenly it was the hottest crypto in existence. And it also skyrocketed so high. It was such a big price movement. It actually flipped Bitcoin and Ethereum for a short period of time. Everyone wanted it. And of course, the first bear market ever came along in 2018 after that. And the whole market tanked by 70, 80%. And suddenly XRP plummeted back from $3 back down to 10 cents. And suddenly all the naysayers and all those people pushing the negativity, they came back out of the woodworks with renewed confidence. Because now XRP wasn't $3 anymore. Now it was 10 cents. Oh, it's a terrible crypto. Don't buy it. But if you're smart, you would go, well, I'm not paying 1 cent for XRP anymore. Now I'm paying 10 cents. So yeah, it's cheaper than $3, but now I'm paying 10 times more than what it was. And the exact same thing happened even with the Ripple vs. SEC lawsuit. People had 3.5 years to buy XRP at 10 cents, 15 cents, 19 cents. And then we had the Bitcoin halving event and the post-halving bull run, and now suddenly people are paying $1 again, or $1.50, $1.60, $1.80. And then, of course, the bear market comes back and XRP and the rest of the market plummets back down. XRP has the added negativity of top-tier exchanges delisting XRP because of legal uncertainty. And so now you go from $1.80 per XRP back down to 30 cents. And the same negativity comes back around and people start going, see, look how far it dipped. What a terrible crypto. But the people who are smart, once again, they look at XRP back in 2018, 2019, early 2020, and they go, well, I could have bought it for 10 cents or 15 cents or 19 cents, and now it's 30 cents. Same as what we saw in 2017 heading into 2018. And the exact same thing happened in 2024. For the longest time, you could get XRP at 30 cents or 40 cents or 50 cents. And then we had the Bitcoin halving event and the post-halving bull run, and we get the first little leg up. And now instead of 50 cents, now you're going to pay over $2, $2.50, $2.60, $2.70. Early 2025, it's $3. And now XRP is kind of fluctuating between $1.90, $2, $2.10. And despite the fact it's now worth over $1 easily, it's once again, the negativity comes back, the naysayers, the people pushing it with complete certainty. XRP's dead. It's not going anywhere. Until it does. And we've seen this happen time and time again. And the people who suffer, the people who are on the negative receiving end of this mindset, are the people who trust anyone pushing this type of negative narrative. And the problem is you see a lot of big influencers, some of them are even in the XRP community, who push these narratives as if they're gospel, as if they're fact. And it's very easy to see the reality of what the charts and what the markets do by just going back and looking at the historic data. Look at the charts. Look at the way the markets have performed. And you can quite easily see that after every Bitcoin halving event, the entry-level price for XRP becomes more expensive every time. And so we only have a finite amount of time to buy XRP or accumulate XRP cheaply until the entry point becomes more expensive. And we never go back to those cheap entry points ever again. We've never gone back down to a 30-cent XRP or a 10-cent XRP or a 1-cent XRP. And so the people who are making these determinations right now, who are saying with complete, absolute certainty that XRP is done for, they are, for lack of better phrasing, counting their chickens before they hatch. Because we still have a month left of 2025. And if we follow the same price sort of trajectory and market trajectory that we saw in 2017 heading into 2018, if we see that replicated in 2025 heading into 2026, we have a good couple of months of explosive price action where the price for the majority of crypto will exceed all expectations. We still have the possibility of seeing XRP hit $5, $10, $20, maybe even higher. We could see $100. Look, we may even see $1,000. We don't know how XRP is going to react with the combination of the XRP ETFs, all the money flowing into XRP via those ETFs, as well as any type of alt season that's yet to take place. There is so much uncharted territory, but we can make a calculated kind of risk. We can make an assessment based on historic data. And so where does that leave us? Well, I would say, and this is just not financial advice, this is just kind of my approach to all of it, is I'm not going to sideline myself. I'm going to accumulate where I can. I'm going to make decisions right now that are going to pay off in the future. Because where you don't want to be is where the majority of people are. And we saw this in November 2024, and it will happen again. When XRP skyrocketed in November 2024, the main sentiment wasn't, wow, I made the perfect decisions, I can take so much profit. The main sentiment was, I wish I'd bought more XRP. I wish I'd done things differently. And so you have to ask yourself, have you made all the right decisions to be in that best position possible to take profit? Or is there still work you could be doing? I ask myself this question every day. I look at the XRP I hold, and I look at where it could go price-wise, and I think to myself, okay, if it goes to $5 only, that's how high it goes. Am I in a position to actually make some really good profits or not? If it goes to $10 or $20, am I in that best position possible to make some profits? If it goes to $100 or $500 or $1,000, where am I placed? These are the type of questions we need to be asking now before the market goes crazy. And here's the thing, we haven't seen the market play out the way it did in 2020 and 2021. And so the logical conclusion to that, and the best assessment I think anyone could make, would be, okay, well, if it didn't do what it did in 2020 and 2021, then we could potentially see a 2017 heading into 2018 type scenario. And here's the thing as well, we have to be prepared to pivot. We have to be adaptable, think on our feet, because there is that extreme volatility in crypto. It's the very volatility that can be heartbreaking. It can also be life-changing. And that's why you've heard me say time and time and time again, have you made all the decisions and taken all the steps that you need to be in that best position possible? So when the market moves upwards, you can actually take some profits. Because I think, and I've seen this happen every bull run, every alt season, despite saying this, we are still going to see people who make that 4-year mistake. That when the alt season's over, they're going to be sidelined for 3.5, 4 years until they have that take profit opportunity again. And not financial advice, ladies and gents, but that's why I say, make sure you're making the best decisions possible right now so you can actually be rewarded in the very near future. And as I said, ladies and gents, none of this is financial advice. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And if you're curious about all the other cryptos I hold outside of XRP, consider becoming a Patreon. Click the link in the description below, head across to my Patreon page, and consider becoming a Barry C VIP. There you'll have access to all my portfolios, every crypto I hold, as well as my buy, sell, and take profit signals in real time.